everybody. Thanks for coming back. In my last video, I did a very short video highlighting my dice or craps system, and I promised that I'm going to explain my strategy a little bit further. So without going through a whole lot right now, let me start. So what we do is wait until we establish a point. If the point is 5 or 9, I wait and I don't place a bet on that shooter. The reason is, if the point is 5 or 9, more than likely the next roll, I don't know if it's gonna come 6 and 8 or 4 or 10. So I play the odds. I wait. I try to not place a bet on every shooter. But if the point is 6 and 8, more than likely the next roll or the next few rolls are going to be or they're going to contain 4, 5, 9, or 10. So I place a bet on the don't come, and I'll place my base bet. It could be $5, it could be $10, it could be $25. For the sake of argument, I'm going to use $200. It makes it easier for me to shimmy, which I'll explain that later on. So there we go. I was wrong. I said more than likely the roll after that is not going to be 8. It's going to be 4, 5, 9, or 10. But that's fine. We're not going to get that 100%. So now we want a 7 before an 8. So the odds of a 7 coming before an 8 here, in this case, is on our side. That didn't happen. We lost our first bet, which is fine. We're not going to win every bet. Now, when I place a bet, if I lose, I'm not going to bet immediately after that. I'm going to wait for a new shooter. So the point is over. 7 came. I'm waiting for a new shooter. We'll see what point he's going to establish. It's a 4. So when the 4 and 10 comes, I place a bet on the come. My reasoning is more than likely it's going to be 6 or 8, maybe 5, 9, or a 10. Now, the reason I place it on the come, I place my bet, my base bet on the come, because when you get a 4 or a 10 for a point, usually the roll is long. Most of the time, not all the time. Most of the time, the roll is going to be longer than the 6 and 8. That's been my experience. And that's my reasoning for placing a bet on the come. All right, so we won that one without going through the motion. So if I win or lose, I don't place another bet until this shooter gets done with this point. I'll wait for the next shooter or the next point. Okay, now since I won my last bet of 200 and the point now is 8, I'm gonna shimmy, which is a press 50% of my bet, of my original base bet. So I'm gonna place a bet on the don't come for 300. We got a 9. Okay, you see the 6 and 8 didn't come. More than likely we're not gonna get a 9. We're gonna get a 7 before a 9. That's the odds. We got a 5. We got a 7. So now we're up 300. Now I'll explain the benefit of doing a 50% press, which is a shimmy. I call it a shimmy. I learned that from a wise guy, wise man, that if you're gonna press, don't press 100%. And there's a reason for that, because of the numbers. The numbers will be on your side if you just press not 100%, if you press 50%. Because if you don't press, the odds are going to be against you. If you press not 100%, if you press 50%, you're gonna the odds are going to be skewed in your favor. So next point is a 9. So we don't bet on the 5 and 9 for 2 reasons. Number 1, we don't know what's gonna be the next roll. There's a big chance it's gonna be 6 or 8, and we don't know if we're gonna bet, if we need to bet on the don't come or the come. Reason number 2, we should not place a bet on every shooter. We gotta stay out at least 33% of the time while we're at a table. We gotta separate our bet placement. 33% stay out, 33% do the come, and 33% don't come. Do the come when it's in your favor, and do the come when it's in your favor, according to the numbers. So the next roll was a 4, a 5, a 5, see, you repeat it, and then we got a 7. We got a 6. Our last bet was 300, and I'm gonna shimmy once. At a later videos, we'll do shimmy 2, 3, and 4. But for right now, we're just gonna shimmy once. So now we go back to our base bet of 200. So when we get a 6 and 8 as a point, our bet on the next roll is going to be on the don't come. Okay, it's just a 6 game. We got a 9, so now we need a 7 before a 9, which we won. Now we're up 500. or we're up actually 2.5 units. Your units could be $5, $10, 25, 50. Now, a 4 came as a point with this shooter. We won our last bet of 200. Now we're going to shimmy. We're going to press 50% of our base bet, which is 300. And when a 4 and 10 comes, we're going to do a comeback, 300. Okay, a 5 comes. Now we're looking for a 7 before a 5. Now, if you look at the odds, 7 should come before a 5, but sometimes that don't happen. So more than likely we're going to win this one, but we don't know for sure. But even if we lose this one, we're still up one unit. We didn't lose this one, we won this one. Because when you get a 4 as a point, a 4 or a 10, more than likely the number is going to repeat within the roll, because the roll is longer, usually. Everything I'm throwing at you now is not exact. It's just the probabilities. So now we won, but he's still rolling. The shooter is still rolling. We don't do anything because we're done with this roll. We won. Okay, we got a 7. Okay, now a new point is 6. Now, we won our last bet of $300. Now we go back to the 200, and we're gonna bet the don't come, hoping the next roll is a 4 or a 10, maybe 5 or a 9. Or maybe we'll get a craps. We'll get a 2 or 3, and we win, and we don't have to go through the pain of waiting for the roll. Okay, we got a 6, which is fine. 7 should come before the 6, but more than likely we're going to lose this one, because the 6 is going to come. An 8 came. Now we're looking for a 7, a 5, the 6 came. So see, more than likely we were going to lose this one. Okay, so we lost this one. We're still up 3 units. We don't do anything now. We wait for this guy to either 7 out or get his point, because we don't want to expose ourselves to more loss trying to recover our bet. Okay, so the next point is 6. So we lost our last bet. Okay, so we're still at 200. When we get a 6, we go don't come, 200. 7 came and we lost. So we're not going to double up and play the martingale every time we lose, because that's a losing proposition. Never use the martingale in any game. You might win on the short run. You might get your 200 or 400 or 800 one time and get hooked. But on the long run, you're gonna get clobbered, you're going to lose your bankroll. Why chance it? You got to manage your money. You got to manage your buy-in, and you're going to relax and don't react. Have a plan, what you're going to do, and stick with it. And when you have a plan, if it's a marginal plan, you're going to succeed. If you have a good plan, you're going to make a lot of money. So let's see what the next point is. A 4. We lost our last bet. We're still doing the 200, our base bet. Guess what? We're going to bet on the come, because more than likely this is going to be a long run, a long roll, and hopefully the number will repeat itself. Got a 9. I'm looking for a 9 before the 7. We lost that. So now we lost 3 rolls, I believe, in a row. Okay, you see, we're still ahead. You didn't go deep in your buy-in. Matter of fact, we haven't gone below 10,000. So when we won, we pressed 50% or shimmied, and that's what made up our losses. If we lose more than what we win, but when we win, when we press or shimmy and we win, that's going to make up for our losses, and we're going to come out ahead. I don't know if I explained myself correctly. So let's see, next point is a 10. We're back 200 on the come. We got a 6. More than likely we're going to get a 6. We got it back to back. See, now we're up 2 units. Now we wait until this rolls. Either we wait for him to 7 out or gets his point. And that could be long. And that's why, you know, doing a dice game, you know, I used to be able to stand at a crap table for hours. Now I can't. If I sit for a little while, I have to get a chair, or I have to change positions, or I have to go for a walk, because it's really physically it's a tough game. You gotta know what you're doing, and there's all kinds of rules, and it gets busy at the table. Everybody's shouting, "Give me more money, do this," and everybody's placing a bet. And, you know, it's an exciting game. I love it. You can make money at it. We won our last bet. So now we're looking to shimmy 300, and we're looking for a point. We're looking for a number, a good number, 6. Let's get a 6 again. We didn't. We're still up. We didn't go into our buy-in. We 7'd out. A 6. We're doing 200. A 4. And the 4 came right back. Now, this is the first time we've gone under our buy-in, which is not that deep. It's just a half of unit, 50% of 1 unit. Got a 7, now 4 again. Last time we got a 4, I placed a bet on the don't come, which I should have placed on the come. I made a mistake. No problem. That's why I lost. We got a 5 on the come. Now we need a 5. We're 1.5 units below our buy-in. So we're still doing a 200 on the come because the point is 4, not a 7. We're 2.5 units. We were up a while ago 2.5 units. Now we're down 2.5 units. No problem. 5 and 9, we don't do nothing. 5. The 6, we do 200 on the don't. Now we need a 7 before a 9. We got that. Our next bet is going to be 300, and it's going to be determined on what the point is. Now we're getting the hang of it. Now we can go a little faster. Next bet 300 on the don't because the point is 6. We got that one. Now we're back to where we started. Okay, point is 10. We're gonna shimmy. Got that. See, when you shimmy and win, it feels good. Now we're back to 200 on the come because the point is 10. We got an 8. Now we need an 8 before a 7. It's more than likely the odds are on our side. We got the 8. Now we're up. See, we were down 2.5 units, down to 9,500. Now we're up to 10.5 in no time because we shimmied. If I'm not being clear on what I'm doing, now my last bet was, I believe, I'm forgetting. My last bet was 200. Now I got to bet 300 on. I'm an old man. I forget. Now don't come on the 4. Now, more than likely the 4 is not going to come. The 7 is going to come before a 4. Now there's possibility the 4 can come back to back. I mean, you know, but the odds are on our side. We get this one, will be up to 10-8. That's a 10. That's a 9. We need a 7. It's a 10 again. It's a 9. See, 10-9, 10-9. A 9 3 times. See, 4 or 5 9s on this roll. This guy can roll a 9. We got a 7. Now we're up to 10-8. Okay, now our next bet is going to be 200, and it's going to be determined by the point. The point is 4, so hopefully it'll be a long run and repeats. An 8, so we should get an 8 before a 7. 8 back to back. How about that? We're up 10% of our buy-in. Now it's time. What I usually do is I get 10-15% per table and I move. I go take a break. That's how I manage my money. I try not to stay at one table for a long time. The reason is the luck is going to turn, or the numbers are going to turn on you. You can get a streak, a losing streak, and you can win. You can lose 10, 20, 30 bets in a row, or you can win 10, 20, 30 bets in a row. So if I'm up 10%, I don't care where I'm playing. Baccarat, roulette, which I haven't played roulette in a long time. I'm going to start. Craps, you get 10% at this table. Just go take a break, move on to another table, different shooters, different conditions, and you using this strategy, it should work. You should be, I'm not promising anything, I'm not guaranteeing anything, this is just for information only. But if you play the odds, if you play this way, you can make 25, 30, $40 an hour on a $5 table. Double that on a $10 table. Now, if you need to make more than that, stick with this program, and possibly you can make some serious money. I've done it. I'm not a high roller, but I'm consistent. If you're consistent, you can make, if you only make $100 a day, that's $3,000 a month. If you make $200 a day, that's $6,000 a month. Let's say that you lose, your stop loss is 100. Let's say that you lose 5 days out of the month. If you make $100 a day and you lose 5 days, the 5 days are going to cancel 5 days of winning. You're still making $2,000 a month, or a $10 table. You're still making $4,000 a month. It's been proven. It's been tried. I've done it. If you manage your money in a way, when you win 10%, you stop. When you lose 10%, you stop, and you move on to another casino, another table. You go take a break. You can do it. Especially if you live in Vegas, or in an area that has a couple of casinos, or this strategy works online. You can make some money. Now, I'm not guaranteeing anything. All this is just for information only. You guys can try it, and if you succeed at it, most of you have a table in your home or at your buddy's house. Try it, practice. Try it at the Wizard of Odds, just like I'm doing now. See what the probabilities. Last night I sat for 5 hours, and I kept playing this way, and I came out ahead. I doubled the 10,000 to 20,000, but I didn't record anything. I do this on my iPhone, and I don't think my iPhone can hold that kind of storage. So I try to limit my videos, or the information that I give you, to about 20-30 minutes max. This way you can look at it and let me know what you think, positive or negative. Let me know, and if you tweak it, let me know. This way we can probably improve this. My goal in this channel is to build a community and come up with new ideas so we can help each other make a little extra money. That's the only goal I have. I will never ask anybody for any money. I don't. That's not my goal. My goal is just to provide information, and that's basically it. The guys have been here for a while know that. They have emailed me to my Gmail account, and all I gave them some information. I didn't ask for anything, and I would never ask for anything. Uh, if you like the information, please like and share. Thank you for being here.